Hi, today I'm just trying to clean up my office a little bit. All of my fabric that I use all the time I keep up here, and it doesn't even necessarily mean I'm using it. I just, instead of keeping it in a drawer somewhere, I like to be able to look at it, because a lot of the times when I'm designing stuff or coming up with ideas for things, we all obviously get inspired by our fabric itself, so I like having it on display where I'm working so I can look at it. But all my scraps I don't ever know what to do with. I literally have bags of them that are just sitting around my office, and it drives me crazy. Because for one thing, it looks terrible having these bags all over the place. But also, like, I have no idea what's even in this bag. So if I'm ever going to use any scraps, like, I don't know what is even here. So I am trying to organize them a little bit. I got these bins on Amazon. I'll put a link to them below. It came in a set of 4, and it was only like $25, maybe $30. So it was a really good deal for 4 of them. They're a really good size. They have these ridges on the inside that they'll hold their files, and you can hold them on there. But then it has a nice handle to carry them around. They stack on top of each other. It has this on the top, so I can put scraps of like ribbon, spare buttons, things like that in the top. So it's literally perfect for what I need to do. And then I also got these on Amazon. I think it was like $10 for a big pack of them, so they weren't bad. So I'm gonna try to get all of my scraps in here. A lot of my scraps are little that I don't think they'll hang on top of this, and I'll have to put them inside, but I'd like to be able to hang everything on it so that I can see what it is, so that I can just kind of scan through them real quick instead of having to search through the bin, because then it's kind of the same as the bags. So like, I have this netting, and there's not a lot of it, but sometimes I do use this stuff for little pouches and things. So I don't want to get rid of it, but also like when I'm teaching my kids to sew or just sewing things for their dolls, stuff like that, it's nice to have little scraps. So I'm just gonna kind of hang everything on the edge like this. And with this netting, I can see through it, so I don't have to give them each their own little folder. So I'm just gonna put them on top of each other. But you just want to fold everything up nice to be about the same size as the folder, and then drape it over. And like, this blue one is too big, so I'm going to have to fold it to be a little bit skinnier to fit the folder properly, because you want to make sure that your edges where it's going to hang on there are not covered up, or you won't be able to hang it inside of the box. So like, this is kind of a mess. So I'm just gonna fold it this way one more time and then hang it over, and it'll fit in there just perfect. And what's really nice is I can put something on each side of the folder if I want to save folders, to not have to use as much. But I do like keeping them connected. If you wanted, you could like unbutton this and wrap it around. If I was doing that with my big fabrics, that is exactly what I would do. If you don't have like a shelf, or if you don't want your fabric out on display, but you want to be able to easily see it and keep it really organized, personally what I would do, you could open these up, like cut it to have 2 of them, or just fold it together. And let me see, this one's a little bit thinner, I'll use this. So it's already folded nice, but you could take this, put a little piece over the top, and just start wrapping it around, just like a bolt of fabric at the store. And just keep going until it's all the way around. I like to keep my edges really nice. So my clasps are at this top. So then you have your edges. And you can just drop that in there too. I accidentally put it inside the other one. Okay, and then it'll hold all your fabric. Hi, hon. So you could do that with all of your big ones too, and it'll keep it nice and organized. I like to have mine where I can see them though, so I'm not going to do that. But this is going to be perfect for my scraps, so we'll see what else I can get on here. Alright, so to keep going, this lid just clips right off, which is nice, so then you don't have to worry about it falling over. So a lot of my scraps, like this one, I can definitely just hang over the edge. There's a lot of extra in here though, so that can just hang into the folder. And then this is just gonna go over the side, nice and neat. You don't see any mess. I'm gonna stick my next one in there. And this one, that's actually in 2 chunks. Okay. So same thing, I'm just gonna keep folding them over. I'll stack these on top of each other since they're the same. Some of my chunks are bigger like this, but they're all just gonna hang really nicely like this. And now look how my size, I can see exactly what it is. Just grab it and go. If you really want, you could just use 1 folder per thing, so you can pull the whole folder out instead of just taking the fabric itself, because like this one, I'm gonna have to take just the fabric, but I don't mind that at all. So the really fun part about this is that you can really organize these bins quite a bit. Since it comes in a pack of 4, you could organize them by types of fabric. You could organize them by use. So maybe in one of your bins you have all your cottons. Maybe in another bin you keep all of your jerseys and stretch fabrics, or all of your novelty fabrics. You can organize by color, maybe upholstery fabric versus apparel fabric. It doesn't really matter. It's kind of fun though that you could keep everything really, really sorted. And then on the clip on the front, there's a big gray clip on the front. You could title what's in that bin so that you know exactly. You can leave the lids off if you want, and then you can just always see what's inside of them. You can stack them on top of each other and keep them out of the way. Maybe if you don't have an actual sewing space or craft space, you can keep everything stacked and in a closet or just in the corner out of the way. And then you could even really honestly decorate the bins. I'd love to see if somebody like Mod Podges their bin maybe, or just decorates it somehow. I'd love to see some pictures below of how yours turn out. But really, it's just, honestly, it was a pretty cheap way to organize everything. And I love that everything has a handle. I can move things around. I can sort things. I can keep it all so organized so I can actually find everything I'm looking for. Because otherwise, I feel like, especially with scrap fabrics, I can never find what I need. And half the time, I really have no idea what I even have because it's all sitting in the bottom of a bag somewhere. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and stay tuned. Bye.